We're observing our own thoughts. We're observing our own feelings without really reacting and identifying with it to find out.
It's a good expression as opposed to a negative expression.
Well,
It's not a reactive expression.
It's not reactive.
It's an inward expression.
Right. So we can.
That was amazing.
So what would you say the difference is between thinking and contemplation?
The contemplation mode is ownership of it, as in I need to noodle on this, as in I know that I'm not perfect, that I can still improve, right? That there's still something to go, versus a thinking, which is like, I think it's really good that Sally heard this message because she needs to work on this.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I like that.
You know what I mean? And it's epidemic, right? Which is like, everybody hears that message, but it's clearly for somebody else.
That's the thinking mind.
That's the thinking mind, which is I am thinking and projecting.
So for me, thinking is
always up there.
It's already up there.
Thinking mind is always moving, whereas contemplation is slowing it down.
Right.
It's the opposite.
It's internalized.
Whereas this way is going a million miles an hour, where this one's going half the distance, if that.
It's interesting that you mentioned the speeds.
Yeah, the thinking mind keeps the ball rolling, and it becomes
that's what resonance. We're losing the thinking mind.
The thinking mind keeps the ball rolling, keeps our programming mind, and the thinking mind is a programmed mind, which are just going along with the swings and punches of everyday life. You're just thinking the same thoughts. Trust me, if you lay down our thinking mind thinks the same 90% thoughts every day. We rarely have a unique thinking thought. Thinking is acting on the emotion.
Yeah.
Like first, in the whole scope, in the whole scope of our being, we first can't experience something until the experience happens or the emotion happens. Something happens in the world that biologically enacts an emotion from us.
Yeah.
Now that emotion, our heart may speed up, or it may slow down. We may start sweating, getting cold, getting hot. This is our body being reactionary to an experience that we may be triggered upon or trying or have acceptance in the experience. Something happens in our lives that biologically puts an emotion to us. Usually, most always, we identify with that emotion with a feeling. So our heart starts racing, we're sweating, we identify that I am scared, I am mad, I am happy. We're already in our thinking mind because we have already taken ownership on that emotion. Now I'm happy. Now I'm mad. Now it's a reactionary thing. So now we are just projecting our reaction to that emotion based on our feeling, and we're not accepting anything about why we felt this emotion. We're just reacting by the feeling, and now we are just reacting through projection. So contemplation, that's thinking. It's just we get the emotion, we attach ourselves, identify ourselves with that emotion, and now we're living our life based on that acceptance of that emotion that we're feeling. Contemplation is the erratic stop of that. When we feel the emotion, we feel our body feel.
Now hold up, wait a minute.
Now we're not saying I'm anything right now. We're not saying. We're saying why. Yeah. Why? What is this? What? We start questioning our own body reaction. Why are we feeling this? Why? We're not accepting. We're not really accepting the full responsibility of this emotion. We're wanting to know where it comes from, what this experience has made us feel, why it's made us feel this way. That's contemplation. So we not only stop the perpetual pattern, we're creating new opportunities because we're now thinking about that emotion and why it's trying to make us feel this way. And when we're trying to realize why it's making us feel this way, we're finding where that emotion comes from. When we learned about contemplation, it changed my life. It gave contemplation, I would say for both of us, at least for myself, gave me the ability to take responsibility of my emotions. Contemplation did. Before, just the thinking mind, when I was living the thinking mind, I may have thought I was just owning all these emotions, just owning all of these patterns, identifying with all these patterns and situations that reoccur in my life all the time. Once I knew what contemplation was, it gave me the ability to stop and see why I feel this way, who I am becoming by feeling this way, what I will do or think by acting in this way before I do any of that. We thought about our introspection of a certain situation.
Yeah, there's always value to that. Yeah, to take a beat.
Yeah.
So for me, contemplation
This is the garage?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I did DMT. I don't know if we did. I did DMT underneath this garage. And it took me by surprise. As far as it took me quick.
You threw,
Yeah, it took me quick, and it happened, and I didn't understand it. And so when it was happening, I felt myself dying, and my eyes were open, so I'm seeing this portal, and I'm seeing this happen. And everything's happening, and it happens so fast, and I flipped the hell out. In my mind, this is a conversation that went on for a while, but this conversation probably like 5 seconds long. And this conversation was, Robert, what the fuck are you doing? What did you just do? You did something. What the fuck did you do? What did you do? You did something. You're dying right now. What the fuck did you do, Robert? You did DMT. Oh, shit. This is DMT. You're dying. Okay, cool. Contemplation. Let it go. And then I broke through. Everything happened because I let it go.
Great.
But it took me, it took my brain going through the loops and going through the thinking mind of, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. What do I need to do? Slow it the fuck down before it would happen. And it happened in an instant. Exactly. Once it happened, it happened. And once I said, okay, it was done.
That's the accountability piece that you guys keep talking about, which is that was the point of maximum ownership.
Yeah.
Contemplation is completely accountability of oneself. We can't stop things from happening in our life that we don't want to. We can't stop relationships to make us feel something, or circumstances, experiences to make us feel something. We can't stop that. That's the progress of life. We're always going to have these experiences happen in our life. Now, are these experiences going to end up just being the same thing as always, or can we treat it as a lesson to understand ourselves a little more? And that's where contemplation comes in. Because every time we are hit with an emotion, every time a spouse triggers us or makes us feel, every time we feel our heart sinking, when we're feeling this pressure on us, just break down. Why? If we slow down, instead of grabbing hold of this pain that feels so familiar, and I just want to hold on to this pain and sink into this depression of thought, if we stop that from happening, and maybe we can let it happen, but just express it with, we're observing our own feelings without really reacting and identifying with it, to find out.
It's a good expression as opposed to a negative expression. It's not a reactive expression.
It's not a reactive. It's
an inward expression.
Right. So we can.
That was amazing.
So that's cool. Yeah, that's very cool. I just got chills. Yes, because when you're contemplating, you learn to ride the pain. You learn to ride the pain without reacting to the pain, and now we get to learn that pain. We embrace the pain. We will learn the pain.
Yeah.
It's just we want to just identify with it, push it away from us, and react. We want to project it. We want to find why we're angry and project it into the world and show the world that we are angry. We don't want to ride the anger and ride the pain and contemplate on it. You're becoming one with this pain, and when you become one, you find the pain. You find where this pain comes from, and then just next time it happens, you're able to experience the emotion like, oh, I remember I contemplated on this. Now I'm going to write it through a little less, and the writing's going to be a little more familiar because this pain is not foreign.
Or because of your contemplation, you're like, I've got a strategy for this.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yes.
Yeah.
A lot of Eastern thought says that that contemplation is the path of God, because it literally is breaking it down to no thought.
Right.
So you are you are going in to the fact that you're thinking about everything that you've done, to the fact that you are the thought. The thought is the thought alone, and it's you.
You said you. Once again, you, maximum accountability. You can't contemplate without accountability.
Right.
I think it's impossible. Would you agree?
Yeah.
It's impossible to contemplate without taking accountability.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's just thinking.
Again,
This is good for Mary. This is good for Mary. I'll tell Mary all about this. It's right for her.
No, it's mental masturbation.
I love it. I said that before. I love mental masturbation.
No, it really is. It's just Mary needs to hear this.
Mary needs to hear this.
Yeah.
God, this preacher spoke for 2 hours. Man, I wish you would have heard it. You would have felt it.
And And what's Sally over there thinking?
Oh, you're missing an
I
opportunity.
hope Janet hears this.
Yeah. Well, why are you telling me this? This is what you need to hear.
No.
Right.
And we're both talking to each
We're
other.
both
about
talking
the
to each
exact
other.
same
Yeah,
thing.
we're both reacting. Yeah, you're exactly right. We're projecting
I'm
that
so
point.
glad you're here.
God, I'm so glad you're hearing this because I think you need to hear this to
Yeah.
grow. Yeah, we're talking about the same damn thing.
And it's not about the genders, it's about
Projection.
Yeah,
it's all about the one thing that we can't see. Why? Yeah, exactly. It's all about contemplating on the one broad term.
And the pain body, right? I need to hear it coming out of your mouth, allowing
so I can
for
see it.
Yeah, so I can still hold on to it.
Still hold on to it. Right. Yeah, anecdotes are our way to see the pain body, right?
Yeah.
We can only see the pain body through mirrored expression. That's why anecdotes work so well. But anecdotes are only successful when they teach us, just like a good movie. It's a good Robert Redford movie. By the end of the Robert Redford movie, you're like, I can relate to this. That's what the anecdotes are there for, is to make somebody say, I can relate to this. And then it's their hope to take responsibility and contemplate on that. Yeah. Movies do a lot of healing in that aspect too. Yeah, and Robert nailed it. The inward expression versus the outward. Yeah. That's all it is. Thinking being the outward expression. Which direction are the waves going? Yeah. Yeah. Am I pinging them? Am I pinging at them? Or am I pushing them back? What am I doing, man? Right. Pretty cool. Yeah. That was awesome. Yeah, that was good.